morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Roberto Meyer. I'm one of the founding partners of MVSA. It's really a privilege to be here and to be invited to speak to you about our project. Also on behalf of Roland Voorman, the developer of the project, who is present here. Who are we? A really short introduction. Our firm was founded early 80s, and we're working on several projects, offices. Probably you know the ING headquarters on the left corner, and also for universities, and we're building our first hospital now. On the right-hand corner you see also the new central station of the city of Rotterdam. Well, New Babylon. We started 10 years ago with this project, and it was a building from the 70s, a structuralistic building, adjacent to the central station of the city of The Hague. It's a very introvert building, didn't have any dialogue with the surroundings. And our goal was to preserve as much as possible of the existing building. The existing building was approximately 50,000 square meters, a shopping center, hotel, cinema, and offices. This is as Babylon was. This is the shopping center, so it's very dark, very introvert. And, well, it ran out a little bit in time and wasn't good maintained. We've got several spear points for this project. I will talk to you each of these points. And very important was, how could we densify the city on such an important location, preserving the existing building as much as possible. So our main concept was to embrace the existing building just by expanding the footprint with 3,000 square meters. And we added 90,000 square meters. So the theme is how to deal with the old building and new, and the dialogue between those two. What you can see here, because I strongly believe in densifying our cities, especially adjacent to a transportation hub like the central station of the city of The Hague, and kind of gate to the city. You can see the location here. Adjacent are all the ministries, Ministry of Finance. So it's a place where we could add also a residential program. So our goal was to make, instead of an introvert building, to embrace the old building and make it very extrovert, and especially adding the housing volume of 335 apartments. Makes also a more lively place. There are several scales in this project. First of all, what does high rise? Well, in Holland, this is a tall building for the Netherlands. In general, it's 140 meters. Most of the tallest buildings are 140, 150 meters. And it was really important to study how to densify the city on this place and what it would mean for the skyline of the city. At the same time, the program we added in the plinth to create a kind of dialogue, to create new public spaces with program which would feed that public area. At the same time, the complex, because it's a huge complex, 140,000 square meters, also to have a kind of human scale. By example, you can see the gardens on top of the second floor. Important, and what made it special is when you see at the left-hand side the image, there was a parking garage behind the building. And what we did, by densifying the project, we could make a new parking garage underneath and create a new square. So by densifying, we were able to make new public spaces in this part of the city. This is the urban scheme. And what you can see is, if you look at the urban fabric of The Hague, you see you see the central station, CS The Hague, and you see the green arrows. Those are, this is an important pedestrian route connecting all the important buildings. For example, at the left-hand side, the City Hall, designed by Richard Meyer. And there's a kind of sequence of squares which end in the central station. And at the same time, we were able to make a new square connecting in that sequence, that pedestrian area, with the new transparent hull of the central station. First, we made a study of the skyline together with the municipality. And we had the conclusion that there was kind of, in the second line, we could make buildings up to 150 meters. That's the top scheme. And the middle scheme is the first line adjacent to the park, approximately 100 meters. You also can see the M building. That's the building designed by OMA, Rem Koolhaas, who's speaking this afternoon. Unfortunately, that building is on hold. The last scheme is also important because we use the historic height of the historic city, 25 meters. And you can see it back in the plinth of Babylon, like a kind of complementary height at the cantilever and the overhang of the building. Top scheme, how it used to be, and underneath, the new. So here you see how we could densify the city, embrace the old building. And at the back, you see the new square. We made the new parking garage underground. And on top, there's a building designed by Villaretz with student housing. So including the residential part and students, it makes the area also more livable. The program, we've got the plinth, of course, parking, new parking garage for 1,250 cars. The plinth, retail, two stories. On top, the offices and the towers where the residential program for the apartments. And they start at about 40 meters above the offices. Well, we had embracing our concept to embrace the existing building. We had to develop a kind of strategy, how to deal with the facades and how to, we wanted to have a horizontal facade to enhance the embracement. At the same time, we had several heights. The existing heights of the existing buildings, the plinth, the apartments, the offices, so all kind of different heights. And we designed a prefabricated facade in which we were very easily able to change those and adapt to the several heights of the functions in the building. At the same time, we also have a kind of print in the glass. It's aluminum and glass. When you come closer to the building, you see other details. So it works different on a distance, the building. When you come closer, you notice much more details and other. And here are the images. Also, what we did is to express where there is structure, that you see the structure in the way the facade is treated. The towers are getting more transparent at the top. And here, the facade facing the park, and also the 25 meters height of the historic city. What was really complicated, well, the retail plinths, we also did the interior design. We've got the theme, all the glass walls with the hanging gardens of New Babylon. And one inspiration was, by example, a square in Italy. We wanted to make a new heart in the plinth with daylight, and you have kind of asymmetric approach to that new center. A lot of people come out of the station and go through the building to the ministries close to this building and the offices. A reminder how the interior looked 10 years ago. And the new heart for the shopping center, with the new roof, glass roof. The hotel, well, that was a very complicating issue because the hotel was owned by a French chain. It was another owner. And we found it really important to integrate the hotel in our concept. So what we did is we built offices on top of the hotel, and the hotel was only closed for a couple of weeks. And here you can see the old and new, and the offices. One of the main issues was how can we connect all the new offices, the old offices. So we made a lobby on the second floor, and from that lobby you can reach all the offices, the new ones, the cores of the former existing offices. And here are some examples with the main lobby. So you see in the middle the existing offices with the old cores and the new offices surrounding. We also saw the qualities of the existing building, and I'm very happy that it wasn't demolished because I don't think it's sustainable. You can give a building a second life. And what we did is to analyze exactly the main themes of the existing building. And we altered the facade, made it more comfortable, more up-to-date, more transparent, and still preserving the same proportions of the old design. Interesting is all the spaces between the old and the new buildings, the dialogue between them, and the new areas. The residential program, the 2 towers, what we did is the floor plans, we've got 6 apartments each floor, but we shifted them a little bit. For several reasons, because those are the 2 points where the embracement of the existing building, they connect together. At the same time, we were able to give all the apartments extra views because of the shifting and the extra facades we designed. Another reason is, of course, the slimness of the towers, that they look slimmer. The entrance halls of the 2 towers, also with the screened glass, with the hanging gardens behind. And the towers with, we are very happy that we designed balconies. It was really an issue with, we talked a lot because it's windy, but still all the people living there now are very happy that they have their own outer space. What you can see is also the shifting of the floor plan, that the towers look much more slimmer. Near the balconies. One view of one of the apartments. And the view, you can, well, it's very close to the sea, and we've got a view of the historic park. The design of the roof gardens was important also for that human scale. Those are the materials we used. And all those places connect, by example, here, one of the restaurants in the building. So they also have their terraces outside on the second floor. And there are also terraces for the offices. So people really enjoy using those terraces in summertime. Well, one of the main issues was how can we densify this location at the same time make a building which has a dialogue with the surrounding, with the public space, and create new public spaces. What you can see, instead of having made the introvert building that's very extrovert, and all the positioning and extra program that we added in the ground floor makes it possible to have a lively plinth. This is the existing Babylon. We started building the parking garage. It's rather difficult because it's underwater concrete. It's being made by divers underneath. And we had also a rather complicated site here because of the railway and the trams. This is the main entrance to the parking garage from the New Babylon. Well, some views for the public space which are being made now. So we try to add really a new place, public space to the city. Well, thank you very much. This is my last image.